Well, hello there, good friends. It is Andy coming to you on a Wednesday here, one day before the NHL goes on an Olympic break. What the hell am I doing right now? I have no clue. What are you doing here on this Wednesday? I know what you're doing. You're here and you're hoping for some NHL sniffs. You ask for sniffs, you get some sniffs. Did you get some on a David and Dan? Did you watch a David and Dan, and did you take the plus 600 guaranteed Super Bowl bet? Now, I know you got to go to one of these janky offshore sites, but will they talk about seeing ghosts on the broadcast? I'm going yes for plus 600. Anyway, that's it for Super Bowl. Let's talk about some NHL sniffs on a Wednesday, and when you're looking at the slate, you got to talk about the most important game and the most important team, and that's the St. Louis Blues. We're taking on the Dallas Stars. St. Louis, they're in a great part of the year right now. They're in the, this is a lost year. I don't care. You don't care. Let's go have a good time and score some goals. Did we score some goals? All right, well, then let's blow the lead. Who cares? It doesn't matter anymore. And these St. Louis games have been blowing up randomly recently. And they still don't have Robert Thomas. They're still missing a couple of players. They don't have Holloway. And yet you're just seeing them pipe in goals. I think they got to a 4-1 lead and lost 6-5 against Nashville in the last game. And I'm enjoying this because when you have these awful teams, you pretty much always get good prices. You look at the Vancouver game later, you're going to see some good prices. But with Vancouver, it's like, my God, they're just doing nothing. The Blues, on the other hand, many of these players have had multi-point performances in several of their previous 5 games. You look at Snuggerud, he has like 8 points in his last 5. He has a point in every single one. He's a plus 120. And while I kind of want to say that, I'm looking at J.Neighbours, who's playing on the difference for me. Snuggerud's got a hot hand, but Neighbours is playing with 2 hot hands in Buchnevich and Kyrou, who I think had 3 points each in the last game. And they're showing a plus 140 for Neighbours. So if you show me a plus 140 for a team who doesn't care and is on a nice binge scoring yet still losing, then yeah, give me J.Neighbours for a point against the Dallas Stars. And yeah, you can just rip that whole line for almost plus 400 against the Dallas Stars. And the beautiful thing about these St. Louis Blues is that they're conceding. They ended up beating the Panthers, what was it, like 5-4? I mean, this is what we're looking for. Fine, 5-4 win, 5-4 loss against Nashville. We want to see you scoring. We want to see you conceding, which is why, by the way, if you want to talk about the pizzeria for a second, you smell anything back there? Over 5.5? I saw it was listed at 5.5 before I looked at the props. So if you want to add that to your little pizzeria card, you can do that for the front page bettors. But I'm looking at the Stars, and I'm going to go to a little weird area. I'm going to go to an old name, an old fella, and that's Jamie Benn. I mean, you look at what Nashville did, first line, second line, third line. If you wanted a point in the last game, you got it against the St. Louis Blues, and I'm just hoping we get something similar. And the Stars, I believe, scored 3 or 4 at home in their last game, because sometimes you get worried that these Stars play some low-scoring games. But I think with this break on the horizon, I don't know, maybe some ruckus, some departing ruckus. But I'm hoping St. Louis just does their job, and then that will force Dallas to score. And I'm going to go with Jamie Benn for a point. I mean, another big plus 130, plus 140. And I'm not just saying it because they're playing the Blues and Nashville. He has 5 points in his last 3 games. 5 assists in his last 3 games. He, by the way, is one of those assist guys. When you're trying to construct a high-priced parlay for the full line, and you got to take that guy like Giroux, who just never wants to shoot the puck for the assist. That's always been Jamie Benn, and he's had 5 assists in his last 3 games. This line with him, Duchesne, and Sam Steele, they've had some decent chemistry. Now, I bet you they'll add Sam Steele before the game. Always remember that. They'll add some players throughout the day, and some like an hour before game time. What I'm going to go for a little Jamie Benn point is good, but I'm going to go with the Benn assist, with the Duchesne point, This is hitting 3 straight games, and while they're at home, I feel pretty good against the St. Louis Blues, going Ben for an assist, Duchesne for a point. That's trying to extract the most possible money out of that value. And always remember, when I give you a prop and then I give you a parlay, it's a prop and a parlay. You make a standard bet on the prop and then a sprinkle variety on the parlay. If you want to go by units, very simple. Unit, what's a unit? $10. $10. But that's cheap, $100. Oh, that's too expensive. $50. It's whatever you want it to be. So whatever your bet is, you do the bet on Ben and then half of that bet on the parlay with Ben and Duchesne. Oh, hey, remember when I told you you never have to look, and if you see them in the plus money, you can go ahead and take it? Well, today's one of those days. Larkin Raymond against the Utah Phoenix Arizona Coyotes, coming in at a plus 110. Both of them are coming off multi-point performances in Colorado. I really don't care. What's the matchup? Oh my God, they're on the road at Colorado. Okay, they were plus 120. I'm taking them. Now at Utah, which is definitely less scary than Colorado, I'll take them once again. This is one of those things, don't think about it. Oh, it lost? Okay, it's plus whatever. We're taking it when it's plus. Can we take Suzuki and Caulfield? No, because they're in the minus. We wait for them to head back into the plus. Speaking of that game, speaking of a plus 110, how about a little Keller Schmaltz? They're on our list, our tier 1 list. Yeah, they're on the tier 1 list. Keller, Schmaltz, just like Larkin, Raymond. Speaking of Caulfield and Suzuki and not being able to take them because their price isn't exactly fair at the moment, one thing that we have been doing, although we haven't been able to take those props, we've been able to take those both teams to score 2+. We're just following Montreal around town. Now, if this was last year, we would never choose this game against Winnipeg. But this ain't your President's Trophy winning Winnipeg Jets. This is a Jets team you can score on, and this is a Jets team at home that I have enough confidence in to be able to score, 2 goals. So give me both teams to score 2+ there, and we will combine it with, what, you think I'm going San Jose, Colorado? No, because Colorado's acting a little funky right now. So I'm going to go more in the sniff department. I'm going to go both teams to score 2+ in the Calgary-Edmonton game. Come on, Andy, you're going to trust Calgary? No, I'm not going to trust Calgary. I'm going to do the opposite of trusting Edmonton to play defense. Lost yet again, gave up. What did they just give up at home in back-to-back-to-back games? I mean, that was, 5 against the Leafs, who are no juggernaut offensively. Then Minnesota scored 6 on them. They had to come back against the Sharks. They came back against somebody else. It's a Edmonton barrage. And I think in a rivalry game, Calgary will, 2 goals at home. We don't worry about Edmonton. We could have 0 goals halfway through the third, and they could find a way to put a couple in toward the end of the game, especially because Draisaitl, 0 points, McDavid, 0 points. They hardly ever follow up a 0-point game with yet another 0-point game. So I'm going to go both teams to score 2+ there, along with the one in Winnipeg, and then that will give you a plus money bet right there. And then I'll end you with a little Music City Pirate parlay. Let's go to Nashville, where they have been on a barrage scoring. They eradicated that deficit at home, and they're in a good offensive groove at home. And I don't know if you saw those stats about the Minnesota Wild offense post-Quinn Hughes trade, but they went from essentially bottom 7 in the NHL, and since the trade, like a top 3 offense in the NHL. When I tried nailing one of those pirate parlays a couple days ago, we had 2 points for Boldy, and I forget who the other 2. Boldy came through with his, so I'm going to go back to Boldy. And then on the other side, I'm going to go with old Philly Forsberg, who has been pretty hot lately. I mean, you can go with anyone on that top line, but I have a particular affinity for Phil. And I will go 2 points for Forsberg, 2 points for Matt Boldy, and that is what I have for you, ladies and gentlemen, here on a Wednesday. Good luck to you. Better luck to me. Make sure you subscribe here to the YouTube channel if you're enjoying this. You enjoy Dave and a Dan. You enjoy anything in your life. You can show that appreciation by clicking the like. Do it. part of the reason we had a rough stretch this year is because you're not clicking the buttons. So give it a click. Don't click it too many times because then it unregisters the like, and then the algorithm goes, oh my God, he must really hate it to take the time to actually unlike the like. So make sure you give it the proper click. Click the notification so you know when the videos are going out. You know when they're being uploaded. It obviously is random. It comes here, it comes there. When do you know when you can get it? By clicking the notifications, and also by joining the Patreon if you want, because obviously regardless if I have the time to make the video or not, I'll make sure to get everything out there. That's where you can talk with the other sniffers. That's where you can get line combos. And that's where you can be the lone sponsor of this show, because this is not brought to you by Hershey's with Almonds. It's not brought to you by Mr. Goodbar. I mean, you can go all the way down the candy ranking, and none of them are sponsoring this show. Why? Because it's all you guys. So that's always appreciated. Very much appreciated. So that is it for me. I'm going to Vegas for the Super Bowl. Now, not like you degenerates. My younger brother is doing a physical therapy rotation out there, and I told him I'd visit it, and this is the one weekend I have. Don't hit me. I know some of you are in Vegas. If you live in Vegas and you're like, oh, you're going to be in my... If you're living in Vegas, I don't want to meet up with you. You're a guy who lives in Vegas. Chris Angel lives in Vegas. Anyway, I'll be back with you when I shoot the You're Still Here podcast. We have that coming out soon. I hope. I mean, I got some stuff to talk about. I hope to see you then. If not, I will see you for the next round of NHL Sniffs. Take it easy.